Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a Crow Collective, the collective for today. Today is Saturday, January 31st, 2026. You may follow me on the talk, the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you, okay? Plain and simple. We're using Urban Crow Oracle by MJ. You can literally buy this anywhere. I think they even sell it at Barnes and Noble. I got mine off of Amazon. It's published by Hay House. Hay House, on their website, they sell decks. Just so you know. I think they even have a go-to through Facebook, and sometimes they do sales and stuff. I know I see ads every once in a while. If you're interested. I was eating my dinner, my salad, in my bedroom, sitting in my rocker, because I'm a 90-year-old woman in a 45-year-old woman's body, and I quite enjoy it. And I saw the cat come through again that came earlier and was eating the food that I left on my neighbor's porch. And the cat climbed this tree and climbed almost all the way to the top, and I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, you stupid cat. I'm like, you're going to get stuck up there, and I'm going to have to call the fire department like a loser. And then they're going to be like, ma'am, we don't save cats. And I'm going to be like, sir, I'm going to get frostbite trying to climb this tree. And I'm about 100 pounds overweight and won't be able to do it. They came down. They eventually came down. We got one card, and it is in reverse. Which is funny, because when I did one of the readings earlier, actually, wasn't it both readings had a card in reverse? Yeah. Yeah, the one was Humility. It was the first card. The Cemetery Symbols deck by Stacey Williams. And then Fearless Familiars by J. Edward Neal. It was Corruptible. Incorruptible, but corruptible because it was in reverse. It was the second card. The moon is out. Yeah, I get distracted like a cat. It's what happens when you live with cats. Oh, it's so bright, y'all. It's so bright. If you get a chance, stare out the window and look at the moon. Or if it's warm where you are, go outside and look at the moon. It is beautiful. I love it. I love it. I might bundle up later and take my tushy on out there and take some pictures. Because right now it's here in comparison to my window. But probably around 10-ish, it'll probably be like up that way. Probably about midnight, it'll probably be more like over my building. And I could get like a really good picture of it. Just a thought. Maybe I'll do it. If I don't fall asleep and I'm too warm and cozy to get out of bed. I want to watch a movie tonight. Oh, no. I wanted to watch Bridgerton. They came out with a new season. Yes, or Thursday. Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. They came out with the new season. Okay, so we only gonna have one card? I'm gonna have to demand a few more, sir. We got two on the table. The first card, again, is in reverse. Three on the table. 4 on the table. I feel like all the readings have been... Well, I guess the Fearless Familiars one wasn't bad. It wasn't fabulous, but it wasn't bad. Okay, we got 4 on the table. First card in reverse. Was that the light? Or did something, I saw something flash, but was it the light or was it something that went past the screen? You know, I'll have to go back and watch the video. Around 5 minutes, a little bit before. I'm going to do 2 more shuffles. I swear to God, weird things always happen in here. There's that one video. When was that? In the summer? Last summer? When it looked like a feather, like a ghost feather was falling down in front of me. And I saw something, like it looked like something was falling, but it wasn't until you went back and watched the video. Like it really did look like a white ghost feather. Okay, 1 more shuffle. Last shuffle. We got 5 with bottom of the deck. We've got battle in the reverse. Caching. Illusion. Upheaval. And then bottom of the deck is mischief. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. So when the battle card came out in reverse, the first thing I thought of is somebody doesn't want to fight anymore. You know the Tina Turner song? I don't want to fight anymore. Maybe that's relevant. It's one of my favorite songs. I love Tina Turner. I'm also hearing Alanis Morissette. What is that song? You ought to know. Isn't that the one where she talks about how she got thrown over for like a respectable woman because she wasn't considered respectable in the relationship? And I don't know, like, I don't know if in the lyrics, like, she's talking about, like, she still was seeing them after they got with, like, their future wife, you know, the woman that was good enough for them. I can't remember. I remember she talked about it in real life. I can't remember the story behind it. I don't want to fight anymore. You ought to know. It's kind of funny, though, because I feel like somebody doesn't want to fight anymore and they feel like another person should realize this. Like why is somebody not like why is somebody not seeing it? Like why is it so it gives, like, and it doesn't matter. It could be a lover, it could be a friend, a family member, neighbors, you know, whatever. But it's like 2 people fighting, right? And the one person is like, no, I'm done. Like, white flag, you know, I'm leaving the situation. I'm good. It's over. And the other person is still fighting. And then this person's like, well, wait a minute. Like, why are you still fighting? Like, what? Like, why are you still, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm walking away. Like, I walked away, like, days, weeks, months, years ago, and you're still over here fighting. Like, why are you still... So here's the thing. Sorry, I keep looking at the moon. It's not crazy at all. With this caching and this illusion, it's like somebody's done fighting, they're done hiding, okay, and they're done faking it. It's like somebody felt like there was some type of... it gives like miscommunication. Like two people weren't talking, two people were fighting because there was some type of miscommunication, or there was something that went wrong, something that wasn't said, or maybe something that was said. Two people aren't talking, or it could be a whole group, honestly. It doesn't really matter. Take how it resonates. But it's like somebody's done hiding, somebody's done faking it, you know, like I'm tired because they don't want to fight anymore. It's like they're tired of the battle, right? It's like they're tired of the fighting. It's like why are you still fighting? Like, I'm done. I walked away. You know, like I've been walked away for weeks, months, whatever, and you're still over here angry and holding on and bitter and fighting, and you're fighting air because I'm no longer there. And it could be somebody too. And again, it doesn't matter, lover, friend, family member. Like, somebody walks away from this fighting, this battle, and they're like, I'm done. I'm not going to hide. You know, like okay, like for an example, if it's a lover situation, let's say these two people have mutual friends and stuff, or maybe they're coworkers, right? And they break up, and everybody else in the department is like, "Oh my God, Susie and Dave, they broke up again," you know? But whatever the case, the person that's not fighting, the person that walked away or is walking away, they're not going to hide. They're going to live their life. They're going to go on with their life. They're going to do what they're going to do, right? Like, they're going to continue on their journey without this person. You know, like, what are they supposed to do? Stand still? Wait? You know, for what? Communication? If communication isn't coming, if you don't see it in sight, if the other person is just standing there like, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Just wait and look like them? I was going to say look like an idiot, but here's the thing. It's it's not like I've never been in these types of situations before, with friends, with lovers, even family members, right? But let me say something. Just because a connection is on the outs, is lost, there's miscommunication, and you know, a few people don't know what's going on there. I'm not going to sit still. I am not going to sit and wait for like confirmation that something is over, or somebody wants something to go back to the way it was or begin or something new. Like, I don't have time to wait. Like, I have a life. Just as I would expect the other person or the other people to go on with their life. Like, if there's a falling out of some kind, why would I just sit here with my thumb up my butt? Like, like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And like, I got things I want to do, and I don't have forever, you know? So my time is my time. Like, I'm not going to sit around like, oh my God, are we going to be friends again? Are we going to be lovers again? What's going to happen? Oh my God. I don't have time for that. Like, I need to move. I need to create. I need to, okay, why was I going to say abundify myself? I'm going to abundify myself. Abundify. I don't know where that came from. I'm going to blame you for that one. I just don't have time. You know, like, there's so many things that I want to do. And don't get me wrong, I make time to spend time with friends, with my family, and a lover. If I had a lover, you know, a significant other, I would totally make time for them. But you got to remember, like, I still have things that I want to do for me. Like, I still have things that I want to accomplish. Whether they look like accomplishments in other people's eyes, I don't give up. Like, I have things I want to do, things I want to accomplish. And you know, sometimes just the way I am, I think my Gemini energy, I'm not going to lie. Like, sometimes I'm kind of scattered and back and forth, and sometimes I like want to do things but then I put it off to do something else. Only because I don't think there's anything wrong with multitasking, but there is a theory, and I was learning about it when I was doing my self-help and my coaching classes online, um, that you really technically should not multitask. It's great that you can do that, but in reality, you should do one thing, do it right, and then move on to the next thing. I get it. I understand. And I think as I've gotten older, I think my ability to multitask has like gone downhill, especially when it's in regards to like learning and things like that. Um, my book, painting the picture or painting the artwork for the cover of my book, um, taking classes online, um, the business, the YouTube channel, the TikTok, all that stuff. Like now I feel a little bit more at ease picking one thing to focus on, finish it, and then go back to this or start this and finish it. You know what I'm saying? And I know there are just some things, like at the end of the last year, I realized there are just some things that I want to accomplish before I want to go back and do some of the other things I had started last year. And I'm just going to knock them out in the beginning of the year. And hopefully, probably by the end of February, I'll be done with all my classwork, my coursework online. And then I can focus on editing the book and my language courses that I want to take. But yeah, I want to do my studies first, get it done. So I'm just like, for me personally, like I've realized like I need to pick something and focus on it. So if I need to put something else on the back burner to wait, then I'm going to do that. And I'm going to finish this, go down the line, and then go back to that. And it's fine. And because I feel like as I've gotten older, the more I try to multitask, especially things that I consider worthwhile, worth my time, big energy type things that I'm working on, it's just better for me to do it one at a time. How did I get on that rant? Ugh. Anyway, that's, I'm working on all my stuff. I'm always working on all my stuff. I'm always moving forward, right? Whoever this is, it's like they can't wait. They can't wait for somebody to make a decision, for somebody to take a second look at them, for somebody to figure out what the hell they want. And I think the fact that this one person did that, whatever this connection is, whatever this non battle is, whatever this, I guess you would say like stagnant type energy, if this is two people, if this is a group, a community, like they're watching this person move on and they're like, what the hell? You're just going to leave me behind. You're just going to leave us behind. Like, what are you doing? But again, like, if there's no communication, if there's nothing being done, if everybody's just sitting there and this person is like, well, I'm not going to sit there. Why would you expect them to do that? Why would you expect somebody to put their life on hold and wait? And it kind of gives the energy of people, possibly a group of people. It could be one person, but possibly a group of people just watching this other person do what they do, whatever that is, and being like, well, who told you you could go do that? Like, why are you not waiting around? Why do you think you can move? Why are you moving on without us? Why not. It's like, shut up. Shut up. If there's some kind of miscommunication and a group falls apart or a couple falls apart or two friends fall off the wagon from each other, is that even a phrase? Fall off from each other. Um, why would you see the other one move and be mad about it? Be mad about it. Move. Just move. Start doing something. Because now it's like you're standing there waiting. You're watching them move. You're pissed off about it. You're jealous. You're envious, whatever. And you look like a fool. Just move. Do something. Enlighten yourself. Enrich your life in some type of way. Like, why do you let it, why do people let other people's movement, other people's acceleration through life piss them off? Again, it's one of those things I just don't understand. If this is like a lover situation and it's two people that were like on the outs, but they're both watching each other and the one moves and the other one's like, hey, what the hell? What are you doing? Dude, do the same thing. Move on. Pick up and move on. If two people are meant to be together, if two people are meant to be lovers, get in a relationship, get married, have a family, whatever, it'll happen. And it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I don't know why like one lover would think that the other lover should just sit there and wait. For what? If you're not going to communicate, if you're not going to talk, if it's not a two-way street, you know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to sit and wait for you? What are you doing? You know? Hell no. I'm going to get up and I'm going to move. I'm going to do what I have to do. I have a life to live. And that's the other thing too. Like, somebody might be looking at another person and being like, "Well, what are you doing with your life? Like, why are you doing that? Like, how come you're not waiting for me so we could do something else together?" Judges? Like, judge what? Like, what? Like, what do you like, what do people expect other people to do? It gives the energy too of like, let's say you have two lovers and they're on the outs, right? They break up, there's something, miscommunication, something happens, they break up, and then the other one starts dating and the other person's like, wait a minute, like, I didn't think you were going to date. Are we getting back together? Did you say the magic words? Like, it gives that kind of energy too. Like, somebody's just like in disbelief, or some people are in disbelief that somebody's just moving on, and they're doing something in the background. Like, they might be gossiping, they might be talking shit about this person, maybe trying to undermine them in some type of way. I don't know. But people will get nasty when things don't work out the way they want it to work out. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, I'm just gonna continue to live my life. You go do your nasty whatever. Go do your nasty hate speech. Like, what else is there to say? People that are healing, people that are constantly moving, people that live in enlightenment, people that want to learn as well as teach. Like, we don't have time for that type of energy. And don't get me wrong, when we're confronted with it, we might be like, okay, what is this? It might take us a minute to digest it, to figure it out. But once we do, we're like, no, 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 no. I'm not playing this game. I'm not moving that way. Like, I move how I move, and apparently it's away from you. It's away from this person, it's away from this community, whatever the case. And another person or other people don't get it. And you know why they don't get it. We know why they don't get it. They're not healing. They're not enlightened. They don't take accountability for anything. They watch another person do that and it just mystifies them. They're like, I don't believe this is happening. Like, how is this even happening? Like, what is this? What am I confronted with? What are my eyes seeing? I don't know. Somebody living their life, even when they're completely heartbroken, even when they're dying on the inside. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Curl up in a ball for the rest of your life until somebody says something or a group of people says something? It's nobody's job to wait around for another person, or again, a group. It's nobody's job to do that. It's not your job to carry other people. And if you decide to move on your own and they don't figure out how to move themselves, then let them stay where they are. And it's sad. It's sad. That's the heartbreaking part. When you lose friends, you lose family, you lose lovers because they just cannot figure their shit out. Like they don't get it. And those of us that are healing, those of us that are working on ourselves, those of us that are trying to be the best of humanity, right? Trying to put out the positive energy, trying to heal others, trying to help the world. Like we just don't have time for that. We don't have time. And I don't have time to explain it to someone. And I don't have time to sit you down and teach you like you're a little small child, you know? Like we're talking adults. We're talking adult issues here. If you can't figure it out, like figure it out. And the thing that kills me is people can't figure it out. They get frustrated. They see other people moving and doing better for themselves and, figuring out things that they want to do and living their life to, whatever the fullest is for them, right? It's different for everybody. And they get pissed off and they start talking shit and they start doing spell work and they start saying things, putting things out into the atmosphere that are just wrong, and it's not even like, I've talked before about I think the cats might be out there. My neighbor's floodlight came on. I've talked before about having conversations with God and trying to get out the negative energy, but you know, taking accountability and knowing that you're just trying to release and let that go. Like you don't really want to put it out there. You're just having a conversation. You're just trying to get your feelings out. You're just trying to work through your feelings, your stuff, right? There's a difference between that and then literally being like, well, I hope so and so gets in the back, like, you going to take it back or are you going to keep talking about it? Oh, my neighbor is out there with her dog. I think just one dog. Where's the other dog? Anyway, yeah, like it doesn't. There's a difference there. That energy, you don't want to put that negative energy out there and let it sit there. If you need to work something out mentally and emotionally, then sit and have that conversation with God, your ancestors, your dearly departed loved ones, your angels. But say that. Put that intention out there. Like, hey, I want to have a conversation. I need to let this out. Don't be like, oh, I hate so and so, this, that, That is a form of spell work. And it's nasty. It's nasty energy. And the other thing is recognizing when you're a healing human, if you do that and being like, oh shit, no, yeah, I didn't mean it. I take it back. I don't want that out there. Give me some karma, but don't let that, like, don't let that through. I don't want that to happen. Like there's a difference in behavior, right? Between healing people and unhealing people. The other thing that can be going on here too is somebody is moving on from a situation. Again, lover, friend, family, doesn't matter. And someone else is hiding, putting up an illusion that everything's okay. So this would be like, let's say I'm in a relationship with Steve and we break up. But when we break up, it's kind of like, okay, maybe we'll get back together, maybe we won't, maybe this is temporary. Kind of like a kind of like a Ross and Rachel kind of thing, right? Like one of them thought it was temporary, one of them thought it was for good, right? Let's say I move on, right? I just start doing things for myself, and Steve is watching me, and he's like, well, she's moving on. Like she's really doing stuff. She's accomplishing things. She's starting cycles and finishing them. Well, what am I going to do? And it's somebody putting up the front like, oh, my life is great. Yeah, I'm doing this and I'm working on this. And maybe they are, right? Like maybe they are, moving. But then underneath it all, they're in chaos. Like their emotions, their mental state, they're like, well, okay, so they're moving, I'm moving, but are we going to get back together? Like I thought this was just temporary. It gives the energy of someone, I don't want to say being misled, but it's almost like they misled themselves. And again, I think it just goes back to there's some type of miscommunication here. Again, I used a lover situation example, but again, if it's lovers, family members, a friend, some type of community, okay? Like somebody's pretending to be okay when they're not okay. Like they're watching another person rise and they're pretending like, oh yeah, everything's great, everything's fabulous. And really they're not okay. They're questioning everything. Like how come this person is moving forward, but I feel like I'm stuck here? How come they're, becoming abundant and like nothing is happening for me? And then it's somebody getting pissed off and starting some shit. Whether they actually go towards this person and start some shit with them, or they start like rumors, again, they start like gossip, or maybe they start posting things on social media as like, I, and the sad thing is like the person that's moving, okay, fine, they're moving, whatever, they're doing whatever they're doing. That doesn't mean that they don't have feelings about the situation. That doesn't mean that they don't think about the situation. That doesn't mean that they still don't feel for the other person, right? Or the community, whatever the case. So the other person that's watching them, like if they have something to say, like if it's upsetting to them, okay, and they have something to say, then why don't they just say it? Why don't they just say it? If they feel there's some type of miscommunication, if they feel like someone's moving on too fast or someone's moving too far away from them, if somebody thought something was going to be rectified, something was going to be solved, something was going to be put back together, again, whether it's a lover situation or just a relationship, then why wouldn't you say something? Say something. I said that phrase a lot last year for the last 6 months of last year. I said that a lot. Say something. Just say something. Please say something. And it's true though. Like, and the funny thing, well, funny thing, sad thing, I don't know, however you want to say it, they're putting up this front like they're good because they're watching somebody else that looks like they're doing good. And underneath it all, both people are still probably like, well, what the hell happened? I thought it was over. I didn't think it was over. I thought it was over. I didn't think it was over. Like it's miscommunication is a bitch. That's why in any relationship, lovers, with a friend, with a family member, some type of community, like communication is always key. And let me just say this: being married for 7 years, divorce or in a relationship for about 11, going through a divorce. I mean, The ex-husband and I had so much miscommunication. There was such a lack of communication there for a long time, a long time. And I'm not going to lie. Like I'm to blame, right? I'm to blame. I'm probably more to blame than him because I was the one that was unhappy for a long time, for a couple years. And instead of saying something, I just went along, you know? And there's no excuse for that. There at the end of the day, there's really no excuse for that other than I should have spoke up and I should have said something. Again, I don't think that it would have changed anything. I just think we would have separated and gotten divorced sooner, honestly. Because again, you can't change another person. And if you're changing, if you're growing, like it's not my job to carry somebody. It's not my job, like they are who they are, you know? And I think I said this a few days ago. He's a great guy. And he's great the way he is. I don't want to change that. I would not want to change that. But I changed, I needed to move on. It's all about taking accountability for one's actions and inaction. And when there's miscommunication like this, like it's everybody's fault. The thing is who takes accountability and who hides from it, right? Who hides from it? Who pretends everything is okay? I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for somebody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. I hope everybody has a lovely Saturday night. And I will talk to y'all later.